EA Sports is proud to present PGA Tour coverage. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo, here in the state of Washington, getting ready for a wonderful day of golf. Chambers Bay, the site of the action. And Frank, what can you tell us about this course?
Well, if you're not looking at the golf course today, you can certainly look at the scenery, which is fantastic today. The water is just glistening. Those Olympic mountains are just standing out there in the background. But once your mind drifts back to the golf course, you're going to have your game today. Firm and fast, going to play like a true links.
Is the wind a factor?
It is. You get some of those cross breeze holes, then all of a sudden you really better know exactly how you're striking the ball.
Down to the first tee now to get the round going, and a stout par 4, Frank.
Yeah, straight out of the gates. The wind obviously very important here. If you were to play it into a head breeze, this would be just a mammoth hole, just under 500 yards. Fortunately, with a little prevailing breeze, though, it'll shorten up considerably, but will bring that bunker on the right in play.
Frank, not the longest hitter, but sometimes you win tournaments by putting it in a good spot, and that's where we are right here, 280 yards out.
Yeah, 280 down the middle of the fairway. That'll never get you in trouble.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. And from the fairway for his second shot here. Oh, no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Well, too bad, Frank. That one rolled right off the green.
It was just coming out so hot.
Third shot for Jordan Spieth. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short.
So young and so accomplished already. Jordan Spieth, ready with his approach. Frank, he'll need a good approach shot here just to make a double bogey.
Yeah, the wheels have completely come off. The head's spinning and all that, and just to really, and this is going to sound crazy, if he can make a double bogey, then that's almost worthy of self-praise in this situation.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. Well, that's not the way you wanted to start out the backside here.
Yeah, you can't afford from inside 10 feet. You feel like you have to make those, and they really sting when they miss.
Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive.
It's at sneaky distance. Oh, this is a huge putt. It's in.
Clean this up with a tap. Been a little bit of a fight so far, 3 over par. Ready to tee off here at the second. Frank, what's it all about?
Well, you hit your tee shot here through the dunes, Rich, not overly long, just under 400 yards. The bunker on the left really shouldn't be a problem. Just avoid the dunes on the right and left.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. No fairway here, this one in that rough. Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. This requires a lot of speed through the ball. Headed for the bunker. So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here. Should be safely on deck.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Routine stuff here, Frank, from the bunker.
You just got to be careful of that lip in front of him with his third shot coming up.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh yeah, that's the... You'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
Ricky looking at the lip, eyeing it for par.
Great sense of speed in that. You know you can make those, but that one right in the middle.
Drops for a par. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners, well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like.
All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Second shot now for Ricky Fowler. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Well, once you hit double to par, it's time to just pick up and move on. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Frank, standing here on the fourth tee at Chambers Bay, you can see what this golf course is all about with those dunes on the left and all that sand down on the right. A lot of trouble here.
Yeah, first hole, Rich, really that bends to the right, but if anything, you want to keep the tee shot down the left side. It's going to give you a better angle to the green. And unlike the two previous holes, this fairway slopes to the other direction, to the right. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Well, the tee shot has landed in the bunker. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance. We often say, Rich, you should always try and make it. I got to disagree with that. Lag putting, it's just about taking the strain off the next one. There's always other holes to be played.
From that distance, you settle for 2 putts. Well, bunker play is really about technique and feel. The 2 greatest ever are probably Gary Player and Seve Ballesteros. Seve actually was so good, he was so skilled, that he could open up a 3-iron. That's right, a 3-iron on a short bunker shot from a green side bunker and splash it to a couple of feet as if he had just used a 60-degree sandwich. Amazing. Spieth over his bogey putt. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Getting set now over the putt. That's a par, and that keeps the scorecard clean, still even for the round. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinch is in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
But this could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. Headed for the bunker, I think. That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. Okay, good shot on the dance floor.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
These putts keep the round together. Has his par. Just a couple of feet. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Just a shade over par, +1. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit as good.
Frank, what do you think about this approach here at the 6th?
Well, one of the few greens here that's protected on both sides. Rather narrow green, and you can see really what happens if you miss. Bunkers left and right. Plus there's a couple of ridges, so club selection is important here.
No problems there. Really good approach shot. And now, good looking birdie. The second shot now to the par 4. Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is how much will it roll.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. and getting ready for the putt.
You'd like that one again.
Yeah, that really hurts, Frank, missing the bogey putt.
Yeah, now time to get the handkerchief. Double bogey coming up.
Birdie chance now for Jordan Spieth. And at last, he has made a birdie.
And what can he do from here, though? Is that the start of something? It looks like it is.
Clean this up with a tap. Rough day so far, 4 over par on the round. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Nothing wrong with that one. How about 300 yards and in the fairway? Good contact, good result. Frank just never really adjusted to these changing winds.
They have been a problem for everybody out there. But once again, you know, smart shot selection. You don't have to aim every shot at the flag today.
And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole, this for birdie. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, just seemed to baby it.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Spieth now for bogey. Oh, dude, that. What a putt. He's putting for birdie now. So just a formality here. Did the job right there. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Second shot coming out of the rough here.
This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means.
Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Oh no, look out, Frank. I think he flushed that one.
Oh, this is going, gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Frank, the approach shot here at the 8th, and what's a player looking at?
Well, you've got no bunkers really to worry about, but obviously a lot of undulation. You can see there that if you use the contours, that ball's going to kick around a little bit. Relatively narrow, but this is not a problem. You can go in here low or high.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Fowler attempting this for par. Oh, I thought he had that.
Oh, that even caught me by surprise, Rich. I thought par was in the bag.
This now for bogey. He needs this for bogey. Blemish on the scorecard. A bogey. Seven over for the day. Frank, the 9th hole is called Olympus. Feels as though Russell Crowe should be standing on the tee, starring in some sort of a movie about the Greek gods.
I knew you'd go like Titans and that down here. But this golf course is for the mere mortals, Rich. This isn't for the Greek gods and the Titans of the world. They might think they are, but this is for you and me. This is for everybody. 36 handicappers. We can all play here.
Good looking shot right here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Now from the bunker.
Yeah, just a little splash out on this par 3. Now it's at sneaky distance. Oh, that was nasty.
That's an outrage right there. I mean, if there's a high commission of golfdom, we need to consult them right now because it's just simply not fair, Frank. It's not.
I think the people above are frowning on the people below.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole.
He's made it. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Well, let's hope he can regain some ground here on the back 9. Not his best performance so far today.
But what a good back 9 would do. If he can just even this round out with just 9 good holes, so much can happen.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Frank, it appears as though this approach shot here at the 10th is fairly straightforward.
It is. You've got a flat green, so you're not really worrying about mounds or bounces here. And really, this is, with a short iron in hand, this is one of those ones you just green light, you go straight at the flag here.
That one ends up in the rough.
Oh, that went sideways.
Has this from 170 yards away. Frank, safe to say he is not having his best day out here today. What kind of advice do you give a player who's struggling?
Well, you just almost got to forget what's happened. I know that's easier said than done. Just start a clean slate. Just hit a good shot. Just find a fairway. Don't try and get too specific. There's enough out there. The greens are big enough. Just find a piece of green. Find a piece of fairway. Maybe knock a couple of putts in. And then let it add up in your direction. Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win. Great professionals, Frank, they don't fear the greenside bunker shot, do they?
No, because you can be as aggressive or as conservative as you want. You actually have far more options. And you don't have to hit the ball first.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Oh, he's gonna love it.
How far was that? That was miles away.
Ricky looking at the lip, eyeing it for par.
Well, not going to make par here. He needs this to only give up one. And that's a bogey. Now on to the 11th, and Frank, we are looking at a long par 4 in front of us.
We are indeed, and it's called shadows, but there is love in the shadows here. Hit it over that dune down there in the middle of the fairway. If you can get it there around the 300-plus yard mark, then the hole obviously starts to get a little easier. That second shot, you'd like to hit a little bit of a cut in here, but there's 2 levels to this green, so make sure you're on the right level where that flag is.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got away a little bit on that tee ball.
What a drive. Just tattooed that.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. About 25 feet from the cup. Fowler getting ready for his third. Here's Ricky Fowler for par. This one has a good line. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Getting set now over the putt. Putt for par. He needs one. Been a rocky round. The 12th here at Chambers Bay is known as the Narrows. What's the play here, Frank?
2, really. You could just sort of iron it down there, have a little wedge or a pitch in there with no sweat whatsoever. Or, if you want to have a little bit of fun, if you can drive it over that bunker that's just short left of this green, you might just putt for an eagle. This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
And as he strides up here to the 12th green, having hit it in regulation, he knows now that his work is by no means done. A long putt coming up. And setting up here in the rough. Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. This is a long birdie putt here. Requires good judgment of the speed and the line. Just try to lag it down there. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Settles in over the putt. Got it for par. Haven't seen that a whole lot today, but they'll take it, and they're at 8 over. Now at the 13th hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, this one bends to the right, par 4.
It doesn't mean that you have to cut it or move the ball in that direction. Ideally, really, anything down the left side of the fairway would be well suited for this hole. There is a central bunker that sort of protects the front middle of this green. You can go in left of that or right of that, but this is a beefy par 4. 4 on the card, and you are not losing ground.
Frank, one of our colleagues at Golf Channel, Brian Hammond's always liked to say, keep it in the short grass. It is nice to play from the fairway.
The game's so much easier from the fairway. Less decisions to be made. You don't have to worry about a flyer or the lip in front of the bunker or a tree. The game almost appears straightforward from there. Second shot.
This is the second shot at the par 4. Well, that approach shot is well to the left, but still, he's on the putting surface. Third shot for Jordan Spieth. Might want to check the GPS on a putt this long. This can be a cruel game at times. Always two components to the long lag putt, the speed, number one, and then the read. And missed out on that second part. See if Spieth can knock this in for his par. Well, you couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. That's a solid par putt. Frank, now to the 14th hole, and this is the 5th consecutive par 4 here at Chambers Bay, and by this point the players will know whether they're on their game or off their game.
At 546 yards, this hole can be shortened considerably if you choose to take a brave line down the left side. You can chew off as much as 70 or 80 yards. But once again here, because the hole bends to the left, you've really got to know which direction that wind is coming from.
I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
This, the second shot here at the par 4. That one is bunker bound, it looks like. Well, a bit unfortunate in the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like. And an awkward little bunker shot, just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Did the smart thing there, Frank. Took his medicine, back out onto the fairway. So getting set for a greenside bunker shot. Frank, when I think of the great bunker players in the history of the sport, I think about Gary Player, Seve Ballesteros, who you knew so well. What did they do that made them so effective on these greenside bunker shots?
They had an attitude for a start that was different. For them, it was, they saw possibilities. And they would imagine the amount of sand. Remember, because this is the only shot in golf where you don't have to hit the ball first. So they would really choose the amount of sand behind the ball, whether that was an inch or two. Aimed the club at that and made sure they followed through. Oh, that was solid, Rich. This one's safely on.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
You've got to be kidding me. That was right on the edge.
I tell you, he wants a do-over there.
Spieth now for bogey. Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. Just a little tap in here. Ouch, that hurts. Double bogey. Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees. But part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich. I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the US Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
And into the thicker stuff.
Let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Not a huge miss, Frank, but did lose this just a little to the right.
Yeah, looks like it's going to catch a piece of the green, though.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Frank, he'll have to take a full swing at this putt for birdie.
This is long, but every now and again, one of these finds the bottom of the cup and makes that magic sound.
You like that right there, Frank?
Beautiful lag putt. Great pace.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. This one's tracking. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
He has this for par. Been that kind of day. 8 over par already. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called beached.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point, you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
Second shot coming out of the rough here. See if he can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. Frank, now a pretty short shot here into the 16th.
Yeah, green, anything other than flat, very narrow, skinny green, but also slopes left to right. You can use that to your advantage.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
Just want to nestle this one down to within a couple of feet. Looks like he just misread that. You know how to play this shot, Frank, right? You keep your chin up, you look down your nose at the ball, you have to pick it cleanly, and keep your head still. Getting set now over the putt. Then a rocky round. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, you don't need just a caddy out here at Chambers Bay. Seems like you need a sports psychologist. You start thinking about the names of these holes. Beached at 16, and what's 17 called?
Derailed, and you can see why too. That green's perched up there. If you've got the round going in the wrong direction, this is not a hole to start on. So If you've got a run going, it's just a good tee shot that lands around the front there, and you just take a 3 here. This is not a time to be a hero. Surely not.
Frank, this is a cross-country putt. He'll have a go at it, though, for birdie. We'll see.
There's no backing down here. This is going to go up and down and all over the place, but a chance to go in.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Fowler for birdie. Oh, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department of your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Good contact, good result. Frank, it's kind of amazing that Robert Trent Jones II, the designer of Chambers Bay, was able to find a golf course out of what was a gravel mine, a sand and gravel mine right next to the Puget Sound.
Yeah, and his routing, that's the order of the holes, is quite magnificent when you go around and look at the way the holes flow. The use of the views, the use of the terrain, the fact that no two holes on the golf course even sort of look the same. I think, kudos to Robert Trent Jones II. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Somehow that managed to miss the bunker, Frank.
Yeah, that looked like it was sand for sure.
Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here.
Second shot. That's an absolute beauty.
Third shot for Jordan Spieth. Good looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Long putt here. This will require a good touch.
Oh, that takes the strain off the next one.
Good lag putt right there. Just a couple of feet. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 14th hole seems to have really taken him out of his game and shaken his confidence. Locked in on the read and the speed. Wow, he needed that, Frank, in the worst way.
Interesting to see what's ahead from now, whether that was just a flash in the pan or the start of something good.